I need to say this about Spider-Man 2. I want to say spoilers just in case, but I do need to say this that, this was terrible. I will give some credit for what Spider-Man 2 is for the PS5, but, it's like, for instance, like the parrying system that they have in the game, and then some of the cinematic stuff that they put in the game. But overall, I said for what I've seen from Spider-Man 2, I give it a 3 out of 10 because there's a bunch of bugs and issues that I've seen with this game. I already suspected that this game was going to be bad, and people had the nerve to say stuff like, "Oh, like this game isn't even out yet. Why are people saying that the game's trash or bad?" Different things like that. And it's crazy. I mean, why would you even bother saying something like that when you know people are overhyping the game when the wasn't even out yet? You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is you should have that same energy of what you're talking about. But other than that, what I'm saying is it's just like when I look at some of the gameplay video, like some of the gameplay for this game, for people playing this game, I I barely see any gameplay. I see all these different reviews. I barely see any of these reviewers like actually doing like the certain combos and certain things in the game to see what this game is really all about. I just keep seeing a bunch of good scores and good reviews, but like I get it if you just like the game, that's your opinion or whatever. But as far as a review of what this game is, and another reason why I give it a 3 out of 10 is because they're doing it's not just like the politics stuff I don't want to get into about this game, but it's basically has to do with like all this. I'm gonna just say it like this Latinx nonsense. Majority of people they're not really talking about, or even people of the LGBTQ, they're not really talking about Latinx and stuff like that. It's a bunch of like corporal people and people that are really trying to make Latinx a thing when it's not really. It's like maybe a few people that are really trying to use that word. So this is another reason why it's a 3 out of 10. Like you're really trying to put this stuff in Spider-Man 2, but it's no surprise because there's a lot because it's just like a lot of video games now. People are trying to put stuff like this in video games, and they don't. There are groups of people that are doing this on purpose. They don't care if it makes money or not. They're just doing it because of their agenda. This is another reason why I give this game a 3 out of 10. You're trying to, force an agenda. Now, now that I've already said that, we can move past that and talk about what else is the problem with this game. I've already said before, probably like, months ago, I said like, hey, I was basically saying, why don't they put multiplayer in this game? I said to it's ironic because now I'm probably not really gonna buy this game. Maybe if it was like $30 or $10 maybe, but a whole $70 or $80 for this game or $100 for like the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, I'm not paying for that. Now that I know that this game is bad, and I already have my review for Spider-Man 2 being a 3 out of 10. There's no way I'm buying it like that, man. And I said the only reason why people were actually buying this game is because it's overhyped for Venom, for the Venom symbiote suit, and then the story for Venom. That's literally all. Like it's literally the main reason why people are buying this game. If I were to buy this game, it probably would only be for the Venom suit. That's it. I have to say that because it's a shame. You mean to tell me that when it comes to next gen console gaming and graphics, that this is all this game has to offer for the PS5? There's no way, man. Especially for $80. This I'm gonna say that I can't say that this is a scam, but this does feel like a scam to me, especially with some of the bad moves that PlayStation has been making. and they've been making a lot of these decisions on purpose. Especially like I said, like for instance the $159 for PlayStation Plus. Dumb stuff like that. Stupid stuff like that. Um, this is just terrible and bad overall. I really hope that gaming does. People do better when it comes to gaming for making video games because this is not it. When it comes to gaming, this is not it, man. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what your companies are doing, but this is not it. This is not gaming, man. Seriously. I'll give credit for like the cinematic stuff and some of the creativity that went into this game, but overall, for all the stuff I talked about, 3 out of 10, man. And then like I said, I was already talking about when I was talking about multiplayer. I said, I was already saying that I wasn't even gonna buy this game because they didn't have multiplayer in the game, and I'm just like, it's not just like, oh, you don't have this, I'm not buying the game. It's just that who doesn't want a Spider-Man game with multiplayer? I'm not talking about online only. I'm talking about where you have the option to play online or offline. You know what I'm saying? And probably couch co-op using the VR, PlayStation VR. I'll probably talk more about the VR stuff in some other video about how certain things can be done with technology when it comes to couch co-op without split screen. But other than that, like I said, moving on to the problem with Spider-Man 2 and the multiplayer. Now here's the kicker right here. Here's the thing. How in the world do you put in a character like Scream? And I say this because Scream from the Spider-Man series is one of my top favorite characters in the Spider-Man series. You know what I'm saying? I really like that character, and I'm just like, it's such a waste of potential. You could have had that character, especially since, spoilers. I already said spoilers from the beginning, but, just in case, how Mary Jane is Scream, right? I'm like, that's endless potential. You could have allowed people to play as Scream for multiplayer. Someone could have been playing as, symbiote Spider-Man. Another person could have been using Scream as for the symbiote character as well, dude. Or you could have had people just use Venom or Scream without, the symbiote stuff. It's amazing how you had these amazing ideas and you could have made these characters playable. Now, if these characters were like a DLC character, I could see myself or someone else paying for that. But but for what this game is, and then there's no new game plus right now, that's a L. Seriously, that's a L, man. Like I said, you had endless creativity that you could have used with these characters, and you just let it sit there, man. And I really do feel like, and I really do believe that so many people have talked about multiplayer so much about Spider-Man 2 that I highly doubt that the developers who saw the comments, were just like, oh, like they didn't consider it. They probably looked at it, but they probably just, oh, let's just let it sit there. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, really, dude? A lot of people saying that, oh, the game shouldn't have multiplayer. What do you mean? I said, this is how you let a game like this, um, live on, or people actually enjoy the content and things like that, and content creators. This game without all that stuff, it's a flop. People are just gonna play this game for like maybe a few months and then give up on the game. Like, really, because what else is there to do? You beat the story, that was cool, but then no new game plus until you put a patch in. Like I said, man, and then you still have a bunch of bugs going on in the game. Of course, they're gonna patch it, but it's just like by that time, it's just not gonna be worth it. Man, I just keep thinking to myself, when I think about Spider-Man 2 now, I continuously just keep thinking, wow, we could have had Venom and Scream for multiplayer for this game, man. Wow. Playing online with your friends, you know what I'm saying? Doing combos together and things like that, or, getting creative. They could have you could have implemented game modes like racing using web slinging and stuff like that. Wow, man, so many things that could have been done with this game, but you chose to let the game flop. Hey, it's what the sad part is. The funny part is that a lot of people who were right about this game before like a whole like months or even a year ahead of time, people were already saying that this game was bad. People were already saying that this game was a flop. People were being negative, but it's crazy because they were all right about how this game was going to be a bad game. All I can say is I really, Insomniac and PlayStation in general, I really do hope that you do better because this is not it, man. So this, so this game for Spider-Man 2 is $80, and then the Ultimate Edition or Deluxe Edition or whatever is $100, 100 and something dollars, right? And this is supposed to be a PlayStation exclusive, right? And then, but here's the problem. You mean to tell me in this game, a lot of the moves and combos that you do in this game are like the same combos from the last game? And then not only that, you can't even, how should I say, a lot of the special, a lot of the things in this game, for like when I was talking about how the combos are the same, right? So some of the things that you unlock in this game for, you know, special, skills and stuff like that. So guess what? A lot of those skills that you got from the last game, you have to start all over and get those moves all over again when you already had them. Of course, from what I've seen or what I know about this game, I believe that obviously for this game you do have a few new skills or what have you, but for the most part, like a lot of the most of the other skills that are from the old game, why would you have to restart all over again? Why would you have to do all that all over again? All that time and energy. They could just let you have it unlocked from the last game. You know what I'm saying? Like an extra new game plus or something. But no, they didn't want to do that. All I can say is this is a bad game. This is Warlord 12 and I'm out. Peace. Have a nice day.